Dark matter. Just hearing the name sounds like something a supervillain would keep in a basement next to a glowing shark tank and a button labeled "Do Not Press." But here's the weird part. Dark matter is real. Well, probably. Imagine spending centuries studying the universe, building giant telescopes, launching spacecraft, inventing physics, mathematics, and enough complicated equations to make your brain file a formal complaint. Then one day, you look at the cosmos and realize you've only found about 5% of what's actually out there. 5%. That's like buying a giant pizza, opening the box, and discovering you've only been eating the pepperoni crumbs stuck to the lid, while 95% of the pizza is hiding somewhere in another dimension. Welcome to modern cosmology. Scientists estimate that everything you've ever seen, the Earth, the Moon, the Sun, every celebrity, every squirrel, every sandwich, every cat video, every embarrassing text message you've ever sent, makes up only about 5% of the universe.
Yes!
The rest, about 27%, is dark matter, and roughly 68% is something even stranger called dark energy. In other words, the universe is mostly made of things nobody fully understands, which is honestly the most human thing ever. We invented smartphones, split atoms, landed robots on other planets, and somehow reached the conclusion that most of reality is basically one giant question mark. So, how did scientists discover dark matter? Because galaxies were acting suspicious. And when things act suspiciously, scientists become cosmic detectives. Back in the 20th century, astronomers started measuring how fast galaxies spin. According to the laws of gravity, the outer parts of galaxies should move slower than the inner parts, kind of like a merry-go-round. The horses near the edge shouldn't be keeping up with the ones near the center. But galaxies looked at physics and said, "No thanks." The stars near the edges were moving way too fast. Fast enough that galaxies should have flown apart like a cheap lawn chair during a hurricane. Yet they didn't. Something invisible was holding everything together. Something massive. Something everywhere. Something that apparently pays attention to gravity but refuses to show up in photographs. Imagine finding giant footprints in your backyard every morning. You install cameras. Nothing appears. You put up floodlights. Nothing appears. You hire security guards. Nothing appears. Yet every morning, the footprints are there. At some point, you stop asking questions and accept that an invisible elephant lives on your property. Dark matter is basically the universe's invisible elephant. Scientists can't see it directly. It doesn't glow. It doesn't reflect light. It doesn't send emails. It doesn't post on social media. It doesn't leave reviews. Yet its gravity is everywhere. In fact, dark matter appears to be surrounding entire galaxies like gigantic invisible halos. Right now, at this exact moment, trillions upon trillions of dark matter particles may be passing through your body. Don't panic. They're probably doing absolutely nothing. Dark matter is the cosmic equivalent of a roommate who never pays rent, never speaks, never cleans anything, but somehow occupies most of the apartment. And here's where things become truly ridiculous. Nobody knows what dark matter actually is. Scientists have ideas. Lots of ideas. Maybe it's made of mysterious particles we've never detected. Maybe it's composed of exotic objects left over from the early universe.
Why not?
Maybe gravity itself behaves differently than we think. Maybe we're missing something enormous. Or maybe the universe is trolling us. At this point, that would almost be on brand. Some theories get even weirder. What if dark matter forms giant invisible structures throughout space? What if there are entire dark galaxies made mostly of dark matter? What if dark stars once existed? What if invisible cosmic civilizations are floating around inside a shadow version of reality? Is there evidence for that?
Really?
No. Is it fun to imagine? Absolutely. Or probably. Because once you start talking about something that makes up most of the universe while remaining completely invisible, your imagination immediately quits its job and starts freestyling. Scientists have built underground detectors deep beneath mountains. They've used giant particle accelerators. They've searched the sky. They've monitored galaxies. They've studied gravitational lensing, where invisible mass bends light itself like a cosmic prank. And despite decades of effort, dark matter remains one of the greatest mysteries in science. Think about that. Somewhere out there, hidden among billions of galaxies, is a secret that controls the structure of the universe itself. A secret so enormous that entire galaxies depend on it. A secret we can detect but cannot see. A cosmic ghost leaving fingerprints across space. And maybe that's the strangest thing of all. The universe isn't just bigger than we imagined, it's stranger than we imagined. Every time we think we've figured reality out, reality pulls another rabbit out of a hat. Except this rabbit is invisible, and it may outweigh every star in every galaxy. Dark matter reminds us that humanity is still standing at the edge of a vast cosmic ocean, holding a flashlight with dying batteries, trying to understand the darkness beyond. And somewhere in that darkness, something is waiting to be discovered. Or maybe it's already passing through you right now. Sweet dreams.